Good morning, everyone. KJ here. Got up a little late this morning. Stayed up too late last night. But I'm here having my coffee like I do every single morning. It's going to be another scorcher, y'all. It's going to be a hot day here in Tennessee. Good morning, Dog Mom. Good morning, Nettie. I bet y'all are probably already done with your coffee. I usually get up between 6 and 7 in the morning, but I stayed up late last night. I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, Dawn Spencer, Nancy Bergbauer, Sam Willow, Little Lady Di, Jean Fatou. No, I'm just getting ready on the first cup, Nettie. I got up late. I can't stand to sleep in sometimes. It makes me feel like dog shit. I'm an early bird for sure. Hi, Harley 62. Nettie's telling everybody morning rays. Language of Horses is in here. Good morning, Melissa Krantz. Hi, Sherilyn Softner. Hi, Tina Reddington. Oh, Tina hadn't had any coffee yet. Well, I don't feel so bad now, because I'm usually up like 6 or 7 in the morning, but like I said, I stayed up pretty late last night. I couldn't get to sleep. Had a lot of shit on my mind. Y'all know, that's how it goes sometimes. Harley 62's letting you know, Tina, that they'll get the coffee going for you. So anyway, I wanted to coffee again, smoking after quitting 2 years. Well, good for you, Melissa. I'm sorry if you see OKJ smoking and it tempts you, but honey, I'm just going to tell you now, I love to smoke my cigarettes and drink my coffee. Good morning, Ann Gibson. Hi, Chris Arnett. Well, good. There's some on here that's going to just have coffee. Just starting to have coffee. Maybe I should change my time, but then again, I always want to do this right when I wake up. I'm usually wearing a robe, but I threw this old thing on. I've had this thing it's real airy. I've had it for, 20 years. I'm surprised it ain't falling apart. But you get those kind of piece of clothing that just feels good on you and you don't care what it looks like. Hello, Angel Bogart. Yeah, well, for all of y'all that's quit smoking, I'm proud of you. I am. And the only thing I really can say about that is that I guess I need to pray that I have the desire to quit smoking, because I mean, you can't quit smoking unless you want to quit smoking. Hi, Lan Tyson. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying their coffee, getting their coffee. I know, Ann Gibson, gotta have my cigarettes and coffee. I've been there, Angel Bogart. I worked every kind of full-time job you could think of. I was in food service. I worked for the sheriff's department as a 911 dispatcher. I've been a substitute teacher. I've done sales. I've done it all. And yeah, you get to where you go to work and do the same thing all the time. I used to have to, take about an hour before leaving for work just to get my mind set to go. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm one of these types of people, Angel, that I didn't grow up saying I'm going to do this and go to school for it or whatever, or get a job doing this and just stick with that one thing. My brain don't work that way, so I've had a variety of jobs throughout my life. Right now, I just run the paperwork side of Wayne and I's business, our construction business, and that takes up a lot of my time. But I do it out of home, so that's a good thing. I can do it all on computer. I do all the bid estimates, the contracts, the payroll, keep track of all the tax records and all that crap. Good morning, Mariah Stostola. Bye, rapper. So anyway, I want to talk to y'all about something that came to my attention late last night, and then again before I came on here this morning, just to kind of check myself about it. But this damn sexual predator asshole that KJ has been talking about, he was in the country illegally. Now, before I go into it, there are people that have strong feelings about this illegal immigration stuff left and right. Well, I put that aside. I'm not going to give... I am one that if you need to obey the laws. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I will say this. If there are people in this country illegally, in Franklin, Tennessee, and this damn asshole, this twisted guy, sexually abused one of their children, or they themselves were a victim of his, say 15, 20 years ago, and they're in this country illegally, it is sad that a lot of these people will not come forward and talk to police over something that's happened to them, such as this. I just don't think that it's right for this immigration stuff to hang over the head of a sexual abuse victim or anyone else that there's been a crime against them. They're afraid. They get abused. They know they can't go to police because they're afraid they'll be deported. I don't think a person should ever be deported out of this country if they go to police over a crime that's been done to them. I honestly believe that because, immigration status, I don't give a two flips about, y'all. I understand that you've got a certain amount of people that you can bring into a country. If not, the world will just come in and overflow us, break down everything. I'm talking extreme. But when we're talking about this man had been in the country illegally for 20 years and we still haven't found out what he does for a living. 20 years. An illegal immigrant living in Tennessee. And, he shouldn't have been here, but let's look at this in a different way. If he was in this country 20 years... and he's a sexual pedophile predator, that's one thing. But what if there's someone else in this country who's been in here 20 years, is raising a family, paying taxes, and they do. Illegal immigrants, they pay taxes too. And they're not doing nothing but following the laws and everything. It's just a catch-22, and it's really... it's so absolutely devastating and scary to think that you would go into a country illegally and you're basically left to the wolves when it comes to somebody committing a crime on you because you're so afraid that they're going to take your name down and check your status and all that. I remember it was several years back that some representative, and I'm not going into politics, y'all. I'm not. I've learned my lesson with that. But I do want to talk about victims of crimes, especially children. And somebody had said that these people, they suffer in silence when they come to this country illegally, because even their own peers, other people in their community, know that they're here illegally, and they take advantage of them. They use them. They commit crimes against them, and they can't come forward to tell anybody. And so I was reading an article this morning and late last night where it talked about they had a Hispanic Alliance organization in Franklin, Tennessee, and they're saying, hey, if you've got a language barrier, if you no matter what your status is, we're here to help you. This is not about your immigration status. If you have been sexually abused by this nasty, twisted pedophile man, which that's not how they said it, but that's what I'm trying to figure out his name. If Lori is Hussey, I want to come out with what, Campos the creep or Campos the crazy. I don't know. He's disgusting. I will not put his picture, in terms of just his picture, on this channel, because it's just enough to have to. The only reason I'm bringing it up, y'all, is because I feel like there's a larger thing here that could help others. Good morning, Nicole. So when I saw that he was in the country illegally, it's going to be fodder for the politics. But to me, it don't make a damn bit of difference where this damn asshole's from. I don't care. Nail his ass to the wall. That's what I say. Right, Sam Willow. We're all human beings equal. Laws should be written to protect all against predators without judgment. Hey, let me tell you what. If you come into this country illegally, it don't matter. You should be protected by the laws of this country. Which brings me to something that I've been thinking about. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we could? No. Wouldn't it be nice if you could take these murderers of children and boot their ass onto some island out in the Pacific somewhere and say, here you go, eat your ass some coconuts. You ain't coming back into this country. I deport all the murderers, child molesters. Just get them out of here. But where would they go, right? And before you know it, you'd have a whole island full of damn sick, twisted, evil demons ready to give their allegiance to any backwards ass country that would give them a gun so that they could go and kill more people. Good morning, Daisy Sushine. Well, I love being here with all of y'all, Cindy Bullock. Good idea, Sam Willow. Put Chad and Lori, any of these other damn child murderers, child molesters, put them all to work over there in, Fukushima or somewhere over there in Japan, where they're cleaning up all that dang radiation water, get them over there. Let them grow an extra toe or a finger. And let old Chatty Boy's gherkin rot off. Bring them some coconuts and Kool-Aid, says Nicole. Yeah, that's it, Sam Willow. I just love it when y'all back me up and help me. Y'all been doing this shit for OKJ for a couple of years now. Whenever I don't know something, I swear every damn time somebody does. Good morning, Trevor Levesque. Oh, it is, Nicole. It's Kook-Aid. I know what you were meaning. You were saying Kool-Aid. These are kooks. These people need their asses stomped. Pure and simple. They need to have pain inflicted on them like they've inflicted on these victims' family members and their victims. Good morning, Elba. Kool-Aid, that's right, Angel. Maybe you've just, maybe they have, we've got a new thing now. It's not just Kool-Aid, it's Kook-Aid. You think old Lolo's getting her some Kook-Aid ready-made lip gloss there in jail over in Madison County? Good morning, Kathy Mama Bear. Got your back like a butt crack, KJ, says Nettie. I can. What are you going to play a trick on me, Joe Woo? You going to play a trick on me? Something's going to happen here. No one's ever asked me to do this. I can do it. Kool-Aid, says Sen Willow. No, Nicole, I think it was just made up. I don't know. Maybe it's been used before. Kool-Aid? These people are kooky. Can y'all believe we talk about this shit like this in the morning? I mean, we could be talking about anything. And we're talking about Kool-Aid. Oh, that's all right, Joe Woo. Kathy says, we deal with a lot of people that drink the Kool-Aid. Good morning, Olive. How are you? Jenny Benny. Grammy B. Stella F. Stella, you've been got some pretty good dang comments here lately. Kathy Mama Bear, I was telling everybody at the beginning, I don't usually get up this late. I'm usually up earlier. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm on my first cup. I stayed up late. But everybody says that they're just getting their coffee, so maybe things are... But I can't sleep in, y'all. It makes me a rough person through the day if I get up late. It makes me ill-foul. Imagine that, y'all. KJ getting ill-foul. Well, good, Harley62. What kind of work are you going to be doing outside? You better not get too hot. Coconut Campos. I don't know. I want it to be something bad. You know, I still haven't figured it out, but I don't know necessarily. It don't have to have another word that has the letter C in it, but I'm trying to think. Yes, Jenny Benny, it is. It is getting longer. Y'all have seen me shave it. Hey, you might show up one day and I might have do it again. I don't care. Y'all, I don't care. I don't wear makeup 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while I'll wear a little bit. But 9 times out of 10, okay, they don't give a shit. It's 7:15 a.m. in Utah. Good morning, Teresa. Jenny Benny's in the Pacific time zone. So 14:16 p.m. means what? 2:16 in the afternoon? Because that's military time, I think, isn't it? Ooh, Harley 62 is going to finish planting my cucumber plants in the Wren house. I love cucumbers. You know what I like to do with them, y'all? I like to chop me off fresh cucumber. I peel them, and then I chop them into little round, little discs there. And I like putting like light ranch dressing on them. Sprinkle it a little bit with some pepper, and I go to town on it. Are we talking about Letitia Staunch's murder victim there, Gannon? What's going on with that? Do they really, NF Mom? I never thought about fried green cucumbers. I was just talking to my neighbor Mary. Y'all know Mary. She's the love of my life. She's my bestest buddy. She and her husband went to an Amish community not far from here to get bushels of green beans to put up. And she picked her up some eggplant. I mean, these Amish people, they can, I don't know what they do. They sure as hell ain't using Miracle-Gro. I don't know what they use. They might use horse shit, for all I know. But their damn tomatoes are this freaking big. And she said they had some big green tomatoes. And this woman was there, and she's like, I don't like green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes. And Mary said, well, how do you cook them? And she gave her some recipe, and she said, well, you're doing it all wrong. And she told her how to make them, which I can't remember the recipe. But the woman ended up getting her some green tomatoes. She says, I'm going to try that. Are you kidding me, Jenny Benny? That is absolutely unconscionable. YouTubers displayed Gannon's autopsy photos and charged money for it. What's worse? These people doing this, or people willing to pay to see that shit? That is evil. That is disgusting. That's horrible. I can't believe it's come down to this, y'all. What do these people get out of it? Well, Olive, honestly, I don't do a lot of scrolling in terms of news articles. Like in the morning, I might go down a news feed briefly. My stuff usually involves more research of a particular topic online, a computer. I don't subscribe to any of the crime channels other than Difficult Research. So I'm not, if you say I'm in the crime genre community, I understand why people would think that. Me, myself, I don't like the label, but I can't believe I haven't heard something like that. And I can't believe that people would actually pay money for that, or that this channel, whoever it is, would actually charge for people to see that. That is absolutely degradation to the max. That is so sad, Olive. You know, people don't really, they don't take the time to realize. They see this stuff so much. They see all this crime going on all the time. Law and Crime Network, Court TV and stuff are constantly bringing trial cases. And don't get me wrong, OKJ will dip into some of them, but I don't make it like that's got to be something I got to do from start to finish. And a lot of times, what I'll do is if I don't follow a case just out of curiosity, not for research or whatever, just to see what's going on, I usually just dip in on the opening and closing statements, That's usually, or if there is like pivotal testimony from a family member or something, I might go and listen to that. The pictures were in the case file, but not every person that bought that showed the pictures. You have to do your research, folks. Really? So, Mama Bear, see, I would have been taking y'all's word for it. Kathy's telling me the pictures were in the case file, but not every person that bought that showed the pictures. You have to do the research, says Kathy. Okay. Well, just the possibility of something like that happening. Are we really surprised in this day and time? She had a check to say for learning purposes. No way there's diagrams for that. Hi, Hot Scorpio Rouge. I hadn't heard from you in a long time. Wow. What have you been up to these days, Hot Scorpio Rouge? Oh my Lord, Olive, for $3. Wonder what she'll do with the money. I hope it's worth it. You know, how would she feel if somebody was selling pictures of a dead family member of hers online? How would she feel? You can dress it up all you damn well want and say, oh, this is for learning purposes, or maybe for people in the medical field or forensics or something. That's bullshit. It's all about the money. Always been about the money. That's why OKJ's never ever gotten involved in terms of handling other people's money. I'll give my money, but OKJ will never soil it. Soil this channel. Dilute this channel. Give the impression on this channel that money's even the issue, because it's not. That's right, Stella. People who publicize such photos have zero feelings or ethos to begin with. It's just become, y'all, people have become very desynthesized. Desynthesized to what goes on, the crime in the United States and in the world. It's sad, but I always go back to this. What makes me and others so different? Because some people consume this stuff and they become desynthesized to it. And when I say me and others, when we consume this stuff and become, the same amount of time and everything, but we don't become desynthesized, I often think that's a blessing. That it still bothers me. It still hurts me. It's still outrageous to me. Hi, Jet Set Jay. Having a child murder, it would be extremely traumatizing to have something like this happen to me. It's just wrong, says Hot Scorpio Rouge. I'm telling you, common sense, humanity, just having a heart. It's sad, and it scares me so much for the youth of this world. Mel Max says no moral compass. It's just, it's one of them things where you want to just sit down and say, why would you do such a thing? For me, I'm curious to know how a person's mind ticks that way. Other than to say, we all know that greed makes people do all kinds of crazy ass shit. There is no price for morality. Humanity is not trending, says San Willow. T Diva says, I have seen a few YouTubers destroyed by their actions. Well, the good news on OKJ is I really don't care if people like me or not. I don't care at all. I am who I am. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. There are a lot of people that's left this channel for whatever reason they have, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't take it personal. I understand that people have their own freedom to do whatever the hell they want to do. And I've got the freedom to say that, honestly, y'all, I really don't think a lot of times when I do things. I just do whatever I do because I want to do it. Well, Cindy Bullock, when you say I'm afraid our moral fibers are broken down, I worry about that as a society, but I mostly worry about it with our youth coming up. The things that old KJ had to deal with growing up, shoot, I didn't get in front of an Apple computer until I was in 7th grade, and it wasn't online or nothing. It was just a computer that you worked on in school. There wasn't no internet. And now, every damn time you see a young person, they've got their face stuck in their phone all the time. They're forgetting what's going on around them. They're missing out on the beauty of nature. They're too busy trying to get that selfie. They're too busy trying to do these things. And, hey, who am I to even go down the road of talking like this? Because I'm not growing up in this age. And really, what more do they have at this point? T Diva says there are no boundaries. Jet Set J says, I'm so glad I was raised by decent parents and have such a good sense of right and wrong and good and bad. Olive says, I never had cell phone or internet until I was 45. Hey, there's still a lot of things that overwhelm me about being online and stuff. I keep it simple. You ain't going to see KJ with no graphics or, the best technology I get is sitting this dang phone up on a shoebox. And every once in a while, I show a little of my theatrical side with music or something like that I usually get in trouble for, copyright claims. I don't give a shit. I figure if they knock me off YouTube, then, it is what it is. Well, CHP, that's the whole thing, though. Not everyone has a belief system in Jesus, in God, and I'm one of these type people that I have no right to tell someone else that because I believe the way I do, that they're wrong and I'm right. I know I'm right about my beliefs. I 100% have enough faith to believe that I believe what God wants me to believe. If God is all powerful like I believe He is, He's not going to let me be deceived on what my belief system is. That's how much faith I have. But other people, some are secular, some are atheists, some are agnostic, some worship other religions. I just don't like the idea of having to, it's almost like comparing apples to oranges, really. So, it is what it is. But I got to go in here and get me some more coffee, y'all. I didn't get a big enough cup. I didn't use my big cup this time. I used a smaller cup. So, I'll probably be going back and forth to get my coffee. But, everybody lives the way they live. Everybody lives somewhere. Everyone believes what they're going to believe, you know. Um, I guess that's why we have the laws we do in this country, because that's something that we're all kind of forced to, you know, if not, there would be total chaos in the world. And so, you know, you follow the laws. If nobody can believe or think or act exactly the same, and we shouldn't, then we should all at least follow the laws of the country. Which y'all know that people don't do that either. So, you know. Oh, well, Tina Redding said, I grew up, you know, living off government cheese. I mean, mom had 6 kids. I mean, that's what she was, that's what you did when she was young, was you get married, you have children, and you just have lots of them. And you have to feed those. People say, well, if you can't afford to feed children and you've got to have assistance to feed your children, then you shouldn't have children. Who the hell are these people anyway? Who the hell are they? Nobody's going to tell me that it's okay for people to come out here and say, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. The only time people should say something like that is if it's pertaining to you shouldn't break the law or something like that. But when it comes to people's personal choice on what they want to do with their life and how they're doing it, people need to mind their own damn business. I mean, and these people actually believe that they're helping you by telling you that you need to do this or do that. Give me a break. They don't know how they sound. And they don't know how rude and condescending and offensive that is. Telling me what to do is the fastest way to get me not to do it, says Kathy Mama Bear. Well, somebody might pull some damn reverse psychology on your ass, Kathy Mama Bear. Maybe they figure you out, Mama Bear, and say, well, if I tell her to do this, she'll do the opposite. And that's really, the opposite is what I really want her to do. Folks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Teresa. I am my brother's keeper. People sometimes need help. That's true. But there's a distinction. There is a distinction when it comes to helping a neighbor, being there for a neighbor. I don't say brother's keeper, but I do say neighbor. You know, in my view, whether people want to believe it or not, we're all human beings. We all, to me, are brothers and sisters, even if we don't want to be. All over the world, you know, that's the way I feel, but that's what I believe. But, you know, even in my own extended family, I'm not going to tell my family members what to do. I'll be there if they want to come to me and ask me for advice or need any kind of help. I'm right there. I'm one of these people, if anybody asks me for help, I'm going to do what I can. And if I can't do anything for them and they're asking for something specific, I'll just say no. I'm not one of these people that can't say no. But I will say no and explain why. Well, just rub it in, Tina. You get you a cinnamon roll. Why didn't you just airmail me one? I want one of them great big sticky ones, the big huge ones. Sam Willis says, I'm old. I love giving my opinion. That should be a bumper sticker. I'm old. I love giving my opinion. It is hot, Scorpio Rouge. No really is a complete sentence. Oh, well, I'm sure you do, Tina. You probably have the best, most scrumptious, cinnamon roll in the world. You know, we all like the center of the cinnamon roll the best. We start out on the outer edge. It doesn't matter how soft and yummy they are. When you get to that center there, it's got that buttery, cinnamony, squishy center in there. You just throw the whole damn thing in your mouth and go, mmm. CSI says, well, now I need to make cinnamon rolls today. You know them cinnamon rolls in the biscuit cans? What the hell are they trying to do to us? Torture us? You put that little thing on the cookie sheet or whatever and stick it in the oven. It looks like a biscuit with a design on it. It's hard as a rock no matter how you cook it. Then it's got maybe a 1/4 inch in the can, a little thing of icing that ain't going to do shit for me. I mean, come on. What the hell? You know, some people love them. But I don't. If you ain't got the real deal, if you ain't got the great big one with the big squishy center of it and all that, you can forget it. I just won't even do it. They want to damn sell us this stuff. It is. It's dry as heck. CSI. It's true. They have like it's in a biscuit can. You know, the ones you peel open and sometimes you got to hit them to pop to open. I got them. I think it's from Pillsbury. And it's just basically it's a biscuit that looks like it's got the, you know how you unroll them? A real cinnamon roll? Well, these don't do that shit. They're just a biscuit with a little thin layer of cinnamon on top. Makes it look like it is a cinnamon roll, but you can't unroll it. It ain't no damn cinnamon roll. It's a damn fraud. I don't know, Tina. I don't like molasses. Wayne loves molasses. He'll take some molasses and he'll get him some regular biscuits and he'll throw a bunch of chunks of butter on it and pour some molasses on it. He loves that. He used to have that when he was a kid. I don't get into molasses. You know, pancake syrup is for pancakes or French toast. Cinnamon rolls are for cinnamon, not molasses. This is just my taste. Oh, I cannot stand Olive. The nuts on cinnamon rolls. I can't stand it. And I love nuts. I love all kinds of nuts. Pecans are my favorites. But you put damn nuts on them as a cinnamon roll. God. You know, some people like that, but I can't deal with it. I can't. Kathy Mama Bear wants us all to know that she is not a nut person, but she is a nut. Now that's cute. That's cute. You know what I used to do? Well, Harley62 says we used to dip bread in molasses as a treat. That sounds like what Wayne does. But, you know, shoot, now I gotta drink more coffee. I had it on the tip of my tongue, y'all. I was gonna tell y'all something. It flew right out of my head. Hey, Meryl Melville. You gotta feed them dogs. Thank you for joining us briefly. And yeah, T Diva, I like cinnamon toast too. It's easy to make. You ain't got cinnamon rolls, have you some cinnamon toast? And that just reminded me, I got off balance there, y'all. I like a real cinnamon roll, and I like to take it and dip it in chili. All right? Now some of y'all are like, ew, but OKJ loves to dip cinnamon rolls into chili. I do. It's good for me. It's a taste thing that I like. Do you really, Kathy, Mama Bear? I never heard of anybody putting cinnamon in chili itself. That's interesting. Uh, but it does. The cinnamon roll dipped in chili to me tastes so good. I've heard that and I've done it when I make homemade chili. If it's too hot, you can put like a tablespoon of peanut butter in it, and it'll kind of get that spicy out a little bit. My kids make fun of me because I dip McDonald's fries in chocolate shake, says CS. Well, I'll tell you, different strokes for different folks, CSI. One doesn't have to be pregnant. Although I will tell y'all, when I was pregnant with my third son, I loved vanilla ice cream with bacon bits. Imagine that. Kimberly Sis puts mushrooms in the chili. That's interesting. Kathy says French fries and a Wendy's Frosty. French toast with fresh strawberries and whipped cream on top, says Trevor Levesque. Y'all get me hungry. Y'all get me so hungry. I'm going to have to try some of this stuff. Barbecue Fritos and chocolate milk. Now that sounds good. I've never tried that. Is there a such thing as bacon ice cream, Sam Willow? Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm one bacon-eating woman. I don't care if it sends my ass to the grave. I put bacon on my hamburgers. I put bacon in my potato salad, my chicken salad. I put bacon in everything that I can because I love bacon. I mean, you know, if I was a dog, I would love them bacon strips. Bacon! I love toast with peanut butter, honey, and bananas, says Jenny Benny. That sounds good. Never had that. Wow, T-Diva. Had bacon ice cream at the state fair. It was maple ice cream with bacon. Now that sounds good, but today I wouldn't have vanilla ice cream with bacon bits. I'd have to be 7, 8, 9 months pregnant. That's what I decided I wanted. My first son, I ate the living hell out of watermelon. I guess I needed the hydration. It's weird that a pregnant woman, they get cravings for things that they're lacking. Of course, I was on vitamins, prenatal vitamins and everything, and then Andrew, it was late nights. I ate the hell out of those Crystal Burgers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Crystal Burgers with the onions and the little pickle on them. Oh, I ate so many of them. They call them a gut buster. You talking about letting out some gas. Woo! I didn't care. I loved the hell out of them Crystal Burgers. Yeah, Jet Set Jay, I always keep some bacon grease in my fridge. Whoever knows what we're going to talk about on Coffee with KJ. Just so happens that we all are talking about every kind of food combination. Very interesting. Somebody told me that they like those vegan Whoppers, the Impossible Whopper at Burger King. I can't do it, y'all. I might even, if I tried one, I probably would like it. But folks, I'm a carnivore. I love beef. I love steak. My favorite cut of steak is ribeye. Yeah, the I do cut the after it's cooked. I don't eat the fat, but I'll tell you something. You stick a steak in front of me, filet mignon, ribeye, bone-in ribeyes, T-bones, New York strip. I'll eat it. In terms of like sirloin steak, just too beef jerky-ish for me. It's not, doesn't have it, it's lean, and I'm not a lean person. I gotta have my damn, the meat's gotta be juicy. Cats or dogs, I will say this. When we would ever have ribeyes or whatever, and I would cut the fat off and put it, it would be on the side of my plate there. She'd walk over. She'd eat the fat. Some people really like to eat the fat, but I can't do it. CSI, I love beef jerky. I love teriyaki beef jerky. But in terms of a steak, like on your plate with a baked potato or whatever, macaroni and cheese, things of that sort, I have never, y'all. I'm 52 years old and I still have not gotten down a good macaroni and cheese recipe. I've never ate macaroni and cheese at a restaurant that I liked. But I love my mother's macaroni and cheese was good, and I ain't got the damn recipe because she never did give it to me. Hi, 1979 ACR. Hi, KKB. Hi, Curly Shirley. Well, NF Mom, I've had elk, I've had buffalo, I've had alligator, I've had frog legs, I've had the one thing I will not eat. I don't give a damn, y'all. I don't give a damn how hungry I am. I'll run out here in the woods and eat damn bark or grass or something before I will eat liver. Beef liver, or any liver. I will not eat it. It's chalky. My mother made me try it when I was a kid. I nearly puked. I can't eat liver. I'm not gonna eat it. Nobody's gonna make me. And another thing, y'all gonna freak out on this. I can't eat stuffed bell peppers. My neighbor makes the best stuffed bell pepper according to my husband Wayne, and I can't eat them. I don't know why. Yeah, 1979 ACR. There are a lot of people that like liver and onions. I'll tell you something else I want to eat. Kraut and weenies. The smell makes me nauseous. My mother made kraut and weenies. She loved it. And y'all, I love Reuben sandwiches. It's not the kraut. It's kraut and weenies. It's just, ugh. And the smell of it makes me, just thinking of the smell. I don't like it. Jenny Benny, if you'll go to the community wall and just on any post, you can share the recipe with me, please. If you'll share that recipe and put it on the community wall, I promise you, Jenny Benny, if it's a good one, that I will post a cooking video. How's that? Okay, Jay will say, here's Jenny Benny's macaroni and cheese recipe, and I will share it with all the rays on here. How about that? Is that a deal? Right, just me. Liver reminds just me of blood clots. Or a what? Afterbirth? Oh. Hey, I'm telling you. I think there's some cultures out here that eat the afterbirth. I'm just telling y'all right now, OKJ. There are some weird ass people in the world, and they might think OKJ's weird ass for the things that I like. I might be on here saying, yeah, I like to dip my cinnamon roll in chili, and somebody over there in a foreign country's like, God, that woman's disgusting. Hey, I'll tell you what, Meryl Melville. Wayne and I, we'll get us a thing of those chicken livers, and we use it as bait when we're catfishing. You think I'm going to eat a chicken liver? I don't think so. It ain't happening. But there are people that love fried chicken livers. They'll eat the shit out of them. I'm like, no way. Get that shit out of my face. I'll tell you something else. I love coleslaw. I like to put little bits of tomato, fresh tomato in my coleslaw. But we've got this barbecue place down the road. It's about 15 minutes down the road. We're so damn blessed. They've won awards and everything. They make the best damn coleslaw. I don't like the coleslaw that's got the where they're little itty bitty pieces. I like the stringy coleslaw. I get it, Tina Reddington. I understand. Growing up, you had to eat everything off the animal. You had to, eat everything on your plate and all that. I get it. And hey, just because I think something's gross, other people might like. The bottom line is when I was a single parent for 7 years, after that damn asshole did what he did to me, we barely made ends meet. I was going to school and working full time. And whenever I always made do, the kids always had, on the plate, like 2 vegetables and a meat and some kind of bread. And if they didn't eat everything on their plate, I didn't say you're going to eat everything on your plate. I didn't have to. They were growing boys. A lot of times they would clean their plate. But if there was some left over, OKJ didn't scrape that off into the garbage. I ate it. That was my meal. I will not eat Miracle Whip. Okay? I like real mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise. You got to have the real mayonnaise in anything that you... Miracle Whip, I won't have it on a sandwich. It's got to be real mayonnaise. See you later, just me. Oh, that sounds good, Trevor Levesque. Sloppy Joes with coleslaw on top. Now that's good. I like coleslaw on my barbecue sandwiches. It's like, how on a hamburger you have lettuce, tomato, onion, or pickle, however you eat it. Having it your way, But on a barbecue sandwich, you've got your vegetable there. Pork barbecue is so unhealthy, but it's so damn good. It is, Tina. It's a blasphemy to mayonnaise. Miracle Whip. And people love that shit. They love the Miracle Whip. KKB, I like Hellmann's. Hellmann's real mayonnaise. I've been eating it for years and years. I'm sure this Duke's mayo is good. I don't know that I've ever had it. I probably have at some family reunion or something. Yeah, that's right, Mama Bear. Gotta have the coleslaw on the barbecue. The Southern way, you damn Skippy. And now I've never had garlic coleslaw, Olive. I bet that's interesting. Cindy Bullock saying, it's morning. Can we get back to breakfast? Okay, well, I'll tell you this, Cindy. Staple. Gotta have the bacon. All right, bacon, bacon, bacon. In this household, if it's just, hey, rustle me up some breakfast, it's usually 2 eggs, however Wayne wants it, however I want it. It's usually over medium or scrambled. Bacon, 2 to 3 strips of bacon, a biscuit with the white gravy, the homemade gravy. That's usually what we'll have. Or we have home fries. Many of y'all remember a while back I shot the video of the home fries that I made. Those are easy. I'm not a big ketchup person. I don't like ketchup on my French fries. I might use a ranch dressing on any of my fried potatoes, or even honey mustard or something like that, but I'm not a big ketchup person. The only ketchup I really use in terms of a recipe or something is for meatloaf, and I make killer ass meatloaf. But back to the breakfast, because we're being reminded this morning. I can make pancakes. I make French toast. I usually don't eat sweets for breakfast, like cinnamon rolls or muffins or anything like that for breakfast. It's usually eggs, bacon, biscuits, and gravy. But if I am going to eat something sweet, it'll be like pancakes or French toast. And I don't eat that a whole lot. I love sweets, but I can't eat them in the morning most of the time. Kathy, Mama Bear, Wayne and I love country ham, but it's so salty, and both of us, I mean, not that bacon's not, right? But you have to admit, country ham, real country ham, it's like eating a block of salt, and it's so damn good. We can't eat it very often. I've never had corned beef hash, Jenny Benny, but I have had spam, fried spam, and that's good. I don't give a damn what's in that stuff. It's good. Ooh, that sounds good, Sam Willow. I ate just a scramble or toast with guacamole on it, or red pepper hummus. That sounds good. Kathleen Shelton, I appreciate the sentiment behind it, but OKJ doesn't need you or anyone else to tell me to quit smoking. I'm 52 years old. I know who I am. I know what smoking this bad for me. All it does when you say that to me is make me feel uncomfortable. And I don't want to be on this channel feeling uncomfortable. So although I appreciate the sentiment behind it, don't bother telling me to quit smoking. Because it's all it does is make me feel uncomfortable. And if that's your objective, then I don't appreciate it. So please don't bring that up no more. Because and by the way, because you said that, I'm going to have a cigarette. That's what I don't understand. People want to tell other people, and maybe it's out of a heart of kindness or whatever, but folks, I'm smart enough. I'm 52 years old. I don't need other people telling me to stop doing things that are bad for me. Because here's the bottom line. As we have talked about all this food and everything else, I guarantee you some of these things that these people eat and drink are just as unhealthy as a cigarette. But they don't want to stop eating the unhealthiness or doing the unhealthiness that they do. And how would they feel if somebody said, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that? Well, I'll tell you, if I was a child, that's one thing. But I'm a grown woman. I've spent a good portion of my life, earlier in my life, Tina, with people trying to tell me what to do. They can kiss my country ass. I don't care what's behind it. I don't. People need to think before they speak. Jenny Benny says we all do stuff that is bad for us. We all have our thing. Awareness, awareness. Well, I guarantee y'all, the day, the moment that old KJ says, I'm going to quit smoking, I'll do it. But I don't want to do it right now. And really, ultimately, y'all, I try to look past when people do that. I try to look past it and say, well, they're just trying to be caring. They're trying to show me they care. But for anyone that's known me at all, y'all know that is my pet peeve. I was over in Hawaii a few years back. Some woman sitting across from a tiki bar with me. Oh, hi. Come on. Some woman from a tiki bar said, you shouldn't do that. Smoking's bad for you. That woman didn't give a shit whether I lived or died. She just wanted to make me feel like dog shit while I'm enjoying my vacation in Hawaii. Say hi. Come here. Here's my buddy.
Good morning.
She's come to see me. She's probably going to have to calm my ass down. How you doing this morning?
I'm good.
So you gonna have a cigarette with me? I'll have a seat. Yeah, right, Tina. Next subject. That subject should have never come up in the first damn place, right? Everybody saying hi, Mary.
Good morning, everybody.
She is still on her honeymoon, y'all. She's still on her honeymoon. You can tell how relaxed she is. And Mary, how old are you again?
67.
She's 67 and she's been walking around like a schoolgirl, y'all. She's got a little punk in her step there. Love you, Nettie. Have a good day at work. Yeah, she's got a little pep in her step, Jenny Benny. Let's just hope it don't get old real quick. Tina Reddigan says, good for Mary. You go, girl. Leah in Forsberg, on that day, July 31st, my plan is to go to Difficult Research and see how that goes there. Later on that night, I'll put my thoughts together. Y'all know I'll probably go off the deep end happy because that damn hussy's going to prison for the rest of her days. I hope they get a good up-close shot of her face walking out of there to send her ass on to prison. Jenny Benny says honeymoons don't last forever.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll definitely, the Rays on here, we'll all get together. The sentencing will happen. And by the way, why I've got the Rays on here, which is really why I opened this channel and why I have this live stream going, is for the Rays. Anyone else is welcome here. I always say this channel isn't for everyone, but everyone is welcome. Y'all know that. The bottom line is that I thought that Krisha said the 29th, but I believe it was on Facebook where they're talking about Chad Daybell has a motion, Zoom. He's going to be on Zoom on the 20th. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know for a fact in terms of what that is about, but I've seen a screenshot that he is going to be on a Zoom thing July the 20th. Well, Kathy Mama Bear, I'm sure you're still on your honeymoon with Mr. Tom. He's always going to be my Valentine, Mama Bear. You tell Mr. Tom, OKJ sends him a kiss. I think so, Leanne Forsberg. I'm pretty sure that he's supposed to be on a Zoom call on the 20th. And when I shot that video over the Campos case, Franklin, Tennessee, I said June instead of July 25th. I did put in the comments the correction for those that didn't look. This sexual predator's got his next court date on the 25th of July. Sam Willow, it's July 31st for the Hussies sentencing. We're talking about Chad Daybell and John Pryor. I saw something screenshotted on Facebook that he is supposed to have a Zoom call and a motion hearing on the 20th. Because, you know, even though they're co-defendants, his case is separated. Yeah, CSI, Arizona is going to be something, I'm sure. It's going to take a while because once she is sentenced to life, the Department of Corrections in Idaho will have to assign her a prison, which I'll tell y'all, it's got to be Pocatello Women's Prison. It's got to be. I hope it is. Yeah, Leanne Forsberg, I decided, you know how I always told the Rays, I said, I'm not interested in other cases. And I'm not per se, but when it comes to this type of case, it's not spoke about enough. If it's not about murder, people are not covering it. And this is a very important issue, child sexual abuse and molestation. And I'm a survivor, so I felt very, very strongly in my heart of hearts to touch on it. Because you know and I know, because there are children involved, we're not going to be able to go in depth anyway. All of that will be, the children will be shielded from all of that. Harley 62, you're going to have to fight me for Mr. Tom. He's my Valentine. But Harley, I know you want him to be yours too. Kathy Mama Bear says, happy early birthday, Harley 62, in case I don't see you. And happy birthday, Harley 62. Remember that time I went out my front door and said, happy birthday, Harley 62. Yeah, CSI Campos needs to be taken outside behind a barn and shot. Okay, that's just the way I feel. So, Rays, I want to encourage you to do a little research and analysis. That's not a catchphrase, y'all. Y'all know how we've been doing for all this time. Look up some things to put in the comments because somebody might visit on the Campos case that might need to hear these things. Sometimes a little sentence can change someone's life. I firmly believe that. That's what I'm hoping. You don't have to, talk about your own personal private life if you don't want to. But if you can put some statistics or some facts in the comments, that would be helpful. It really would. I feel like it's destiny to do this. KKB says Campos needs the wood chipper feet first. Oh, I'd say something else first. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm never going to think about Valentine's Day again, Mama Bear, without thinking of Mr. Tom. Just said, Jay, I've released a video, a pre-record. I did it yesterday. It's about 30 minutes long. It's an overview. It's a foundational video. I explain a lot of what I feel that I want to get across, what I'm asking the Rays to do to help me along on it. I hope you will, Jenny, Benny, and others who haven't seen that. It's entitled Campos Case, Franklin, Tennessee. Overview. Nicole says, what happened with Mr. Tom? I just joined your channel a few months ago, says Nicole. Well, I don't know. Mr. Tom will pop in every now and then. I'm sure he's got his hands full with Mama Bear, chasing her around the damn house. You know, I love Mr. Tom. He knows I do. And I love Kathy Mama Bear, too. I understand, Kathy. I said at the beginning of the video, I said I completely, totally understand if some of the people on this channel do not want to go there. I think I've been very respectful about it. I think I've been measured in what I wanted to say about it and how I want to proceed with it. I'll tell you this right now. I do everything with purpose, y'all. Even if I fumble and jumble and make all kinds of mistakes, y'all know how I've been. But if this case in Franklin, Tennessee does go to trial, I could see myself going to it. I don't know if they would allow the public in there when it comes to these minors, these children. I don't know. I've never, I just don't know. But if it's possible, I'm going to go. And obviously, if I hear something that is graphic or something, y'all, I'm not going to express that. I just, myself, feel like it's part of a healing process for me. It does trigger me. It does bring up memories. It is an important issue. Who am I to cover it? Nobody, but, everybody has a voice if they want to use it. Can you believe that, Olive? That Campos fella must have shit himself when he realized he didn't have his phone. And I read in an article, he went back, he was acting nervous. They told him when he came back that they didn't have it, but when he went to get in his vehicle, one of the employees went outside and took a picture of his license plate. The bottom line is that from what I understand, generally speaking, of what was on the videos and stuff, he was in the videos. So yes, it could have been someone else's phone, and maybe these sick, twisted people. I read an article a while back that these pedophiles, these sexual predators of children, they're all getting together, and they're trying to find ways as a group I'll look it up, the article, and I will post it on the community wall. They're joining forces because you know what? They got to have access to these children. And if they don't have access to the children, they need to have other things said to get their rocks off. They've got to get with these sick, twisted people to compare notes. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. And all these people need to be eliminated. I'm talking about taken off this planet. Every damn one of them. There's some fella, I forgot his name. It's in one of the articles. He's a political activist. And he says he is going to do everything in his power as a political activist to push Tennessee's legislature to be the toughest on child predators in the country. And what he meant by that is to have the death penalty. I don't give a shit how sick and mentally deranged these people are. If they're that sick and twisted and that they can't be cured, and I don't believe they can, they need the death penalty. Especially if they're repeat offenders over and over and over again. They're getting away with it. They're getting away with it, and the laws need to bear down on them and nail their asses to the wall. And I'll tell you what, whoever he is, I don't give a damn if he's a Democrat, Republican, I don't give a shit who he is. If he is for increasing the penalties of child sexual predators and pedophiles in the state of Tennessee, OKJ will sign up. And I will gladly donate money to any state legislature that will come together and form a bill. They want to say this is about illegal immigration. No! No! This isn't about illegal immigration just because you had some damn pedophile in the country illegally. This is about child sexual abuse. And I'm sick and tired of them sidestepping this issue because it's hard to talk about. It's in our face, in the headlines every damn day. These children are being tortured through their life after they've had this happen to them. It's unconscionable. You can't write this off that this is some kind of mental health issue that people are sexually attracted to children. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't give a damn if somebody puts the facts in front of my face. If somebody's got a mental illness where they are raping children, shoot their ass, hang them out of a tree, whatever, because they ain't going to get cured. Even if you chop their damn thing off, chemically castrate them, they're going to continue to find ways. I think it was a while back we talked about it. You know, we've got untreated mental illness in this country, and we do, and it's all over the damn world. I get it. But we're talking about innocent children who should grow up to be productive members of society, and a lot of them either committing suicide, they're either going out and acting out, and factually, these children act out in terrible ways. Some of them do get help. Some of them do become productive members of society. But just because some of them do, what about the other ones? They should have never been put in that damn position in the first place. They want to put the headlines out there. They want to tell us time and time again how these damn sexual predators are preying, Preying, on these children online. They're meeting them in parks. They're going into the gaming world with a bunch of kids on these gaming systems. They're finding out things over a slow online grooming process, and they're ending up on their doorstep or in their neighborhood. We've seen it. We've seen it time and time again. They are predators. Predators. They're out to get our children, y'all. And if we don't do something about it, I'm telling you what, there's going to come a time where the people in this country are going to get sick and tired of the laws on the books not being enough, or the laws on the books not being enforced, or these damn assholes out here that are raping children get off on technicalities, and people are going to start taking matters in their own hands. And who would put matters in their own hands by taking out these sexual predators? Don't you think these people know that it's worth it? It's worth the jail time? I'll tell you what, when we're talking about taking someone out, and maybe we're talking about prison here, I'll say that. How about that? If you can save just one child, because the damage is done on all these other victims, and you pray for them and you hope that they get the help they need. Some of them never tell their family. Some of them walk around with this shit inside them for years and years and years, and everybody wonders what's wrong with them. Hi, Cutter Maji. Nobody wants to get into detail about what happens to these children when they're sexually assaulted or raped. Nobody wants to talk about that. I don't. Just saying the word rape or molestation is enough for old KJ. But that has, because you really it wouldn't be appropriate to talk about those graphic things. That is a shield for evil right there. The evil knows that people are not going to talk about the graphic nature of these things, and rightly so. So they have this way of creeping around and doing what they're doing. The only thing that I can see is a ratcheting up of the laws on a state and federal level. Let these damn pedophiles and sexual predators of children know their shit's going down real quick. They need to absolutely be on the offense. Law enforcement does. They need to be sitting down behind these computers, the law enforcement, and seeking these predators out. Not waiting for another child to be victimized. One child comes and steps forward. There are multiple children that never do. They need to go on the offense. If these damn assholes want to prey on our children, then law enforcement needs to go after them. They need to go on a freaking safari as far as old KJ's concerned. Go on a safari. Bring the long gun, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, and hunt these damn sick, twisted, evil people down. And the most pathetic thing that I can say about this situation, y'all, is when a child does go to a parent, and instead of the parent facing it and doing something about it, the parent makes a decision to be in denial because they know that if they have to face it, there's going to be a lot of hard work there to help their child. They would rather push the problem off, live in denial, and that child's got to sit there and say, I've come to you. You're the one that's supposed to protect me. You're not doing anything. Sometimes they say, no, you're wrong to the child when the child is telling them this. It is just another betrayal. Well, I'll tell you what, Harley 62, if you almost lost something for helping a child, God's going to reward you in heaven, because the most in the kingdom of heaven are children, and we should be willing to lose it all for the safety and security and health of a child. It's real easy for OKJ to sit here and say, oh, these children, like in the case we've been covering, they've been murdered. It's so terrible. My heart breaks, all this and that. What can we do about it? It's absolute. It's already happened. The children are murdered. They're not coming back. Well, these children out here that are sexually abused and stuff, they're still here, a lot of them. Some of them do commit suicide. Some of them end up being so messed up that they do these things to others. And that's not an excuse. But what I will say is this. If we don't really focus in as a society and across the world and really hunt these predators down, it's going to continue. It's been going on. I mean, what? In the 50s, 60s, 70s? I was born in 71. Nobody talked about this stuff. Nobody did. Nobody was going to. Everybody sees online all the sexualization of everything. Everybody, even this case of the hussy. The word sex is in a description of her. Power, sex, and greed. Sex is everywhere we go, but nobody wants to focus in on what we can do to help these children. So again, before I close, y'all, I'm asking the Rays, go to the comments of the original overview video. Put some of your research. Do it for OKJ. Somebody's going to read it. I'm going to read it. It might help me. I might be the only one person that gets anything out of it. I'll tell you what. I need you, Rays. I'm going to shoot other videos. They're going to be hard to talk about, but I'm going to do it because I feel led to do it. I said that I wasn't going to cover other cases, and I really, truly wanted to stick to that, but when something tells me deep in my heart that I need to do it, and I don't want to do it, my KJ's fleshly mental state doesn't want to do it, I try to walk around it. I try to say, no, I ain't going to do it. Whatever. I know then that's a signal that I need to do it, especially if I'm being told deep in my heart to do it. So there you go. But anyway, I love all of y'all. April Gann, there are a lot of stereotypes out here in the world. I have compassion for what you're saying. This can happen to anybody. As I have stated in the last Coffee with KJ, this was Franklin, Tennessee. This is a very rich kind of suburb off of Nashville. It's in Davidson County, but it's in the suburbs, the enclaves. People say that sexual assault of children happens to the poor people or the minorities and stuff. Well, in this case, it was a bunch of Hispanic children. Who gives a damn? These are children, whether they're rich, poor, black, white, yellow, red. Who gives a damn? Get some help out here. Save these children. Tennessee better get their shit together. They got Homeland Security of the federal arm of a government coming in on this illegal immigration of this Campos guy. Give me a freaking break. Give me a break. I don't give a shit if they deport his ass or not. They need to nail his ass to the wall. Make him go to prison for the rest of his days. Then send his ass back to wherever he come from. Everybody deserves to be protected when they're a child, even an adult. But folks, these are children. That's right, Tina. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. Everybody wants to say this or that, but if it was their children, if our representatives on a state and federal level want to sit here and bellyache about how he's an illegal immigrant, who gives a shit? That's not what this issue is. This issue is about child sex predators. Let's frame it for what it is. Hi, Bonnie Lee. But you know and I know, Tina, these people that want to sidestep the issue, that are leaders or whatever, their children, their grandchildren are being well protected. Well protected. They are, oh, look, the serfs, the poor people. Something's happened to the poor people. These children were all raped in Franklin, Tennessee. But as your leader, I'm just going to focus in on illegal immigration. The hell with these damn leaders. They are pathetic. And I'm not going to bellyache and bitch about it without sending a letter to my representatives. I'm going to say, get your ass off this illegal immigration shit and start focusing in on what the federal and state governments can do to hunt these son of a bitches down. That's what I'm talking about. Jenny Benny says, protect the babies. So anyway, y'all. Oh, Tina. They want these leaders. They need money. They want money from their donors. Do they have any donors out there that can give them money to help them institute things that will help these children from child sexual predators? Oh no. It's other things. It's anything but. That's right, Teresa. Nobody wants to focus on what's been done to these children. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to know that this exists. But we know it does. We see it in the headlines. That's right, Olive. None of these leaders, none of these people that make the laws in the legislatures, they don't have a law enforcement officer knocking on their door saying, hey, we found a video of your child being raped. As far as I'm concerned, and some people might disagree with this, and I understand, it's a hot button issue. I don't give a shit about illegal immigration. I believe all humanity needs to be treated with love, with respect, with care, compassion. And I'm not talking about these son of a bitches out here that are raping children. I'm sorry, I have no compassion for these people that do that. I don't. Just as I don't have compassion for these people out here that murder children. VIX text, you dovetailed right into child sex trafficking. It happens all the time. And it's going on around us. The only way that I can generalize this in a way that I truly believe is there's just this major spiritual warfare going on between good and evil. That's what I believe. It's scriptural. That's what my belief system says. And there's nothing more beautiful and real and the light of this world than Jesus Christ. And He Himself says, suffer not the children to come to Him, and don't do anything to children. And, that's basically what it comes down to. So, I'm going to get off here now, y'all. We'll get back together. Coffee time with KJ. I didn't ever think this was ever going to be. If you would have asked me a year ago that we would be sitting here, I would have laughed. If you'd have asked me a few years ago that I'd even open up a YouTube channel, I'd have said, you're funny. But I do love all of you very much, and I appreciate your time with me. I make no apologies for my attitude that I do have. There's no use in coming to anybody on a social media platform unless you can be yourself. You are the only you you're ever going to be, and you should always be who you are. So I love you all. Y'all have a great day. Be looking for upcoming pre-records. I'll find out some more about this other issue that we're discussing out of Franklin, Tennessee. We'll get together real soon. Again, be looking for me, y'all. I love you, and keep on looking.